Hi doctor and everyone, my name is Ji and my metric number is 2x6043, and now I will present about the introduction of this report. Epicon is the biggest public bus transportation operator, previously providing stage and express bus services across multiple states in Malaysia. Major towns and cities in Peninsular Malaysia are served by it, and now Epicon operates 92 stage buses on 27 roads in Port Dickson, Nilai, and Seremban under the Cityliner brand. In 2021, Transnational Builders Sdn Bhd, which is the new wholly subsidiary company of Epicon, diversified into construction industry to address the revenue decline problem. Transnational Builders Sdn Bhd focus on constructing affordable residential housing and commercial properties. Epicon aims to become known as a trustworthy and dependable turnkey constructor that meets deadline and safety regulation with equal rigors and produce excellent work at reasonable cost. Epicon is committed to providing excellent workmanship and ensuring customer satisfaction was completed. The organization works closely with its client from the beginning to the end to make sure their needs are satisfied and their expectations are surpassed. Focus Lumber Berhad is one of Malaysia's top producers of wood products, including plywood, veneer, and lumber with laminate veneer. The primary product is thin panel plywood that has become the preferred choice for the recreational vehicle market in the United States, and thick panel plywood, which is widely used in industry like furniture, home construction, remodeling, and recreational vehicle markets in US. Additionally, Focus Lumber export laminated veneer and cuir veneer lumber to Asia. Untung Ria Sdn Bhd, a new wholly subsidiary company of Focus Lumber, focus on investing in financial instruments and producing and selling electricity. Untung Ria repurpose build waste to generate biomass energy and supply electricity to the group's manufacturing plant. Another fully subsidiary company, Farming Plantation Sdn Bhd, focus on plantation of timber, extraction and sales of timber logs, undertaking the planting, restoring and harvesting of forests under IPTA is the goal of Farming Plantation. So the report showed a comparison for each of the ratios between the two children's companies, which are Epicon Berhad and Focus Lumber Berhad. The ratios were calculated such as liquidity ratios, activity ratios, profitability ratios, and the leverage ratios by referring to the financial information presented on the company financial statement in the annual report. We also have provided some suggestions about improving the current performance for both companies.
2023, Epicon Sdn Bhad's current ratio shows that the company has 1.91 ringgit of current assets to cover each of their current liabilities, meaning that the company has healthy liquidity, while for Focus Lumber Berhad's current ratio indicates that the company has 32.37 ringgit of current assets to cover each of their current liabilities, which is the ratio is too high, means the company is not efficiently using its assets. In 2023, Epicon Sdn Bhad's quick ratio indicates that the company has 1.91 ringgit in liquid assets to cover each of their current liabilities, meaning that the company has strong liquidity position. While for Focus Lumber Berhad's quick ratio indicates that the company has 22.28 ringgit of liquid assets to cover each of their current liabilities, which is the ratio is too high, means the company is not efficiently using its assets. 2023, Epicon Sdn Bhd total asset turnover ratio shows that the company generates 1.39 ringgit in sales for every 1 ringgit of assets it owns, while for Focus Lumber Berhad's total asset turnover indicates that the company generates 0.32 cents in sales for every 1 ringgit of assets it owns. 2023, Epicon Sdn Bhd account receivable turnover ratio indicates that the company collects its average accounts receivable about 3.08 times a year, while for Focus Lumber Berhad's account receivable turnover ratio shows that the company collects its average account receivables about 9.05 times a year.
Latest is profitability ratio. First is profit margin on sales. We can get it by net income minus with net sales. In 2023, Epicon Sdn Bhd profit margin on sale indicate that the company retains 45 cents as profit for every ringgit of sales revenue, while for Focus Lumber Berhad profit margin on sale shows that the company retains 30 cents as loss for every ringgit of sales revenue. The second is return on common shareholder equity. We can get by net income minus with preferred dividend divided by average common shareholders equity. In 2023, Epicon Sdn Bhd return on common shareholders equity indicates that the company generates RM1.18 in profit for every ringgit of common shareholder equity, while Focus Lumber Berhad's return on common shareholders equity show that the company generates RM0.04 in loss for every ringgit of common shareholders equity. The fourth and the last is leverage ratio. The first is debt to asset ratio. We can calculate by total liabilities divided by total asset. In 2023, because Sdn Bhd's debt to asset ratio indicates that 52% of the company's assets are financed by debt, while Focus Lumber Berhad's debt to asset ratio shows that 3% of the company's assets are financed by debt. The second is debt to equity ratio. We can calculate by total debts divided by total shareholder equity. In 2023, because Sdn Bhd debt to equity ratio indicates that the company has RM1.09 in debt for every RM1 ringgit of equity, while Focus Lumber Berhad debt to equity ratio shows that the company has RM0.03 in debt for every RM1 ringgit of equity.
As for the liquidity ratio, which are including current ratio and quick ratio, Epicon Sdn Bhd has a good healthy liquidity compared to current ratio of Focus Lumber Berhad's company. It is because Epicon Sdn Bhd's current ratio and quick ratio is in between the range 1 and 3, which indicates the company has healthy liquidity in order to cover their current liabilities with the current assets that the company has. While for Focus Lumber Berhad's current ratio and quick ratio has recorded a large number of ratios, which shows the company is not efficiently using its current assets to cover their current liabilities. As for the activity ratio, for the total asset turnover ratio for Epicon Sdn Bhd is higher than the total asset turnover ratio for the Focus Lumber Berhad. It indicates that Epicon Sdn Bhd can generate more sales from the assets that owned by the company compared to Focus Lumber Berhad. For the account receivable turnover ratio, Epicon Sdn Bhd has a less amount compared to the Focus Lumber Berhad, which indicates Epicon Sdn Bhd capable to collect the account receivable 3 times for a year, compared to Focus Lumber Berhad that capable to collect all of the account receivable in about 9 times in a year.
For the comparison, as for the profitability ratio, which are including profit margin on sales and return on common shareholders equity, Epicon Sdn Bhd has a larger amount of ratio compared to Focus Lumber Berhad, which indicates Epicon Sdn Bhd can generate more profit for every ringgit of sales revenue or common shareholder equity. It is because Focus Lumber Berhad has recorded a loss during 2023 financial year, which has affected their profitability ratio. As for leverage ratio, which include debt to asset and debt to equity ratio, Epicon Sdn Bhd has a larger amount of ratio compared to the Focus Lumber Berhad, which shows Focus Lumber Berhad more efficient in managing their debts with their asset or shareholder equity compared to Epicon Sdn Bhd. A low ratio indicates that the company relies more on equity or asset financing than debt. This suggests conservative financial leverage.
After a true comparison between both companies, which are Epicon Sdn Bhd and Focus Lumber Berhad, we aim to provide both companies with actionable suggestions to improve their financial performance. As for liquidity ratio, Epicon Sdn Bhd has healthy liquidity ratio, while Focus Lumber Berhad has excess liquidity ratio. So, Focus Lumber Berhad can improve its current performance by investing excess liquidity. It should looking for investment in growth opportunities to expand operational improvements by entering a new market or increasing productivity capacity. As a result, Focus Lumber Berhad can better optimize its financial resources for a long-term success. As for activity ratio, Epicon Sdn Bhd has a higher total asset turnover ratio but has a lower accounts receivable turnover ratio. Thus, Epicon Sdn Bhd can improve its current performance by maintaining a good relationship with customer. A positive relationship can lead to quicker payments and increase their loyalty. This can be done by prioritizing customers' satisfaction first regarding their accounts and payment issues. It should be open-minded to accept and listen to customers' feedback on product and services for better improvement in future. In contrast, focused number Berhad has a higher accounts receivable turnover ratio but has a lower total asset turnover ratio. So, focused number Berhad can improve its current performance by optimizing asset utilization. This is to ensure that all assets are being used efficiently to generate more sales. This could be involved upgrading technology to increase productivity and operational efficiency.
Hi, my name is Loh Sheng Yang. Matrix number is 286-111. Now I'm going to present the suggestions for the profitability ratio and leverage ratio. In the profitability ratio, the profit margin on sales for applicants in their Berhad is 45 cents, shows the good performance compared with the focus number Berhad, which is 13 cents only. In order to improve the performance of profit margin on sales for focus number Berhad, well, the company have to reduce the operating expense and boost the revenue in the company. For example, the operating expense like workers' spending, insurance expense, and wage expense. While the ways to increase the revenue, which is increased promotion activity for the purpose of attracting the buyers, so that the consumer can participate in expositions and can also be used by firms to introduce their products. Next, the return on common shareholders equity for applicants in their Berhad is ringgit 50 cents. Also shows the good performance compared with focus number Berhad, which only 4 cents. So focus number Berhad has to reduce the value of shareholder equity. For example, the focus number Berhad can buy back the share because it can effectively reduce the denominator of the ROE ratio. Besides that, the focus number Berhad also can pay out dividends to shareholders to reduce the amount of retained earnings, which is part of shareholder equity. Last, in the leverage ratio, the debt to asset ratio for focus number Berhad is 3%, shows the worst performance compared with applicant Sendian Berhad, which only 45%. Focus number Berhad has to manage the inventory properly. In the case of an enterprise, inventory may take up a significant part of its working capital. Thus, focus number Berhad may assess the day of inventory holding to handle the inventory effectively. Furthermore, the debt to equity ratio for focus number Berhad is 3 cents, shows the good performance compared with the applicants in their Berhad, which is only 1 ringgit 9 cents. Applicants in the Berhad has to reduce the debt to equity ratio because decrease the debt to equity ratio can able to add more liability if needed. Therefore, applicants in their Berhad had to explore opportunity to increase their cash flow. By increasing their income will provide more financial resources to allocate towards debt repayment in time, reducing their debt ratio over time.
In conclusion, this project gives a quick understanding and experience of how to examine a company financial performance through financial analysis and comparison of application Berhad and focus number Berhad. According to this project, we discovered that financial analysis and interpretation is a significant factor in evaluating applicant Berhad and focus number Berhad's financial performance for the years 2023. We also be able to provide comprehensive overview of both companies' financial performance by using financial ratios analysis such as liquidity ratios, activity ratios, profitability ratios, and leverage ratios. Through the financial analysis and interpretation, we can provide some actionable suggestions and strategies for both companies to improve their current performance, such as improve liquidity and profitability. By implementing this strategy, applicant Berhad and focus number Berhad can improve their financial performance, such as invest excess liquidity and increase profitability. Regular monitoring analysis of financial ratios will help both companies to maintain financial health and foster long-term success in their respective industry. So that's all from our group. Thank you.